Pratiquez l'anglais tous les jours. Écoutez, parlez, entraînez-vous et améliorez vos compétences linguistiques avec nous.
Quand tu as fini, continue à t'exercer dans notre appli. C'est gratuit, lien en description.
Commencez à vous entraîner.
I am a truck driver. I am a truck driver.
Je suis chauffeur routier.
I am a truck driver. I am a truck driver. I drive a big rig. I drive a big rig.
Je conduis un semi-remorque.
I drive a big rig. I drive a big rig. I haul freight for work. I haul freight for work.
Je transporte du fret pour mon travail.
I haul freight for work. I haul freight for work. I have a CDL license. I have a CDL license.
J'ai un permis poids lourd.
I have a CDL license. I have a CDL license. I drive long distances. I drive long distances.
Je parcours de longues distances.
I drive long distances. I drive long distances. I work local routes sometimes. I work local routes sometimes.
Je fais parfois des tournées locales.
I work local routes sometimes. I work local routes sometimes. I start my day early. I start my day early.
Je commence ma journée tôt.
I start my day early. I start my day early. I plan my route before driving. I plan my route before driving.
Je planifie mon itinéraire avant de conduire.
I plan my route before driving. I plan my route before driving. I check the weather first. I check the weather first.
Je vérifie d'abord la météo.
I check the weather first. I check the weather first. I do a pre-trip inspection. I do a pre-trip inspection.
Je fais une inspection avant départ.
I do a pre-trip inspection. I do a pre-trip inspection. I check the tires and lights. I check the tires and lights.
Je vérifie les pneus et les feux.
I check the tires and lights. I check the tires and lights. I test the brakes carefully. I test the brakes carefully.
Je teste les freins avec soin.
I test the brakes carefully. I test the brakes carefully. I make sure the load is secure. I make sure the load is secure.
Je m'assure que le chargement est bien arrimé.
I make sure the load is secure. I make sure the load is secure. I check the fuel level. I check the fuel level.
Je vérifie le niveau de carburant.
I check the fuel level. I check the fuel level. I follow rules. I follow rules.
Je respecte les règles du DOT.
I follow rules. I follow rules. I use an ELD for logs. I use an ELD for logs.
J'utilise un ELD pour les journaux de bord.
I use an ELD for logs. I use an ELD for logs. I track my hours of service. I track my hours of service.
Je suis mes heures de service.
I track my hours of service. I track my hours of service. I take a 30-minute break. I take a 30-minute break.
Je fais une pause de 30 minutes.
I take a 30-minute break. I take a 30-minute break. I do a 34-hour reset on weekends. I do a 34-hour reset on weekends.
Je fais une remise à 0 de 34 heures le week-end.
I do a 34-hour reset on weekends. I do a 34-hour reset on weekends. I talk to dispatch every day. I talk to dispatch every day.
Je parle au dispatch tous les jours.
I talk to dispatch every day. I talk to dispatch every day. Dispatch gives me my load info. Dispatch gives me my load info.
Le dispatch me donne les informations sur le chargement.
Dispatch gives me my load info. Dispatch gives me my load info. I ask for the pickup time. I ask for the pickup time.
Je demande l'heure d'enlèvement.
I ask for the pickup time. I ask for the pickup time. I ask for the delivery time. I ask for the delivery time.
Je demande l'heure de livraison.
I ask for the delivery time. I ask for the delivery time. I send my ETA to dispatch. I send my ETA to dispatch.
J'envoie mon heure d'arrivée estimée au dispatch.
I send my ETA to dispatch. I send my ETA to dispatch. I call the shipper for directions. I call the shipper for directions.
J'appelle l'expéditeur pour l'itinéraire.
I call the shipper for directions. I call the shipper for directions. I call the receiver if I am late. I call the receiver if I am late.
J'appelle le destinataire si je suis en retard.
I call the receiver if I am late. I call the receiver if I am late. I arrive at the gate on time. I arrive at the gate on time.
J'arrive au portail à l'heure.
I arrive at the gate on time. I arrive at the gate on time. I show my ID at the gate. I show my ID at the gate.
Je présente ma pièce d'identité au portail.
I show my ID at the gate. I show my ID at the gate. I back into the dock slowly. I back into the dock slowly.
Je recule lentement à quai.
I back into the dock slowly. I back into the dock slowly. I set the parking brake. I set the parking brake.
Je serre le frein de stationnement.
I set the parking brake. I set the parking brake. I chalk the trailer wheels. I chalk the trailer wheels.
Je cale les roues de la remorque.
I chalk the trailer wheels. I chalk the trailer wheels. I open the trailer doors. I open the trailer doors.
J'ouvre les portes de la remorque.
I open the trailer doors. I open the trailer doors. I wait for the dock worker. I wait for the dock worker.
J'attends l'agent de quai.
I wait for the dock worker. I wait for the dock worker. I check the bill of lading. I check the bill of lading.
Je vérifie la lettre de voiture.
I check the bill of lading. I check the bill of lading. I sign the paperwork. I sign the paperwork.
Je signe les documents.
I sign the paperwork. I sign the paperwork. I get a proof of delivery. I get a proof of delivery.
J'obtiens une preuve de livraison.
I get a proof of delivery. I get a proof of delivery. I scan documents to the office. I scan documents to the office.
Je scanne les documents et les envoie au bureau.
I scan documents to the office. I scan documents to the office. I drop and hook trailers often. I drop and hook trailers often.
Je décroche et raccroche des remorques souvent.
I drop and hook trailers often. I drop and hook trailers often. I do live loads sometimes. I do live loads sometimes.
Je fais parfois des chargements en direct.
I do live loads sometimes. I do live loads sometimes. I do live on loads sometimes. I do live on loads sometimes.
Je fais parfois des déchargements en direct.
I do live on loads sometimes. I do live on loads sometimes. I use a pallet jack when needed. I use a pallet jack when needed.
J'utilise un transpalette si nécessaire.
I use a pallet jack when needed. I use a pallet jack when needed. I watch my trailer in turns. I watch my trailer in turns.
Je surveille ma remorque dans les virages.
I watch my trailer in turns. I watch my trailer in turns. I use my mirrors a lot. I use my mirrors a lot.
J'utilise beaucoup mes rétroviseurs.
I use my mirrors a lot. I use my mirrors a lot. I keep a safe following distance. I keep a safe following distance.
Je garde une distance de sécurité.
I keep a safe following distance. I keep a safe following distance. I obey speed limits. I obey speed limits.
Je respecte les limites de vitesse.
I obey speed limits. I obey speed limits. I slow down in rain. I slow down in rain.
Je ralentis sous la pluie.
I slow down in rain. I slow down in rain. I drive carefully in snow. I drive carefully in snow.
Je conduis prudemment sur la neige.
I drive carefully in snow. I drive carefully in snow. I chain up in the mountains. I chain up in the mountains.
Je mets les chaînes en montagne.
I chain up in the mountains. I chain up in the mountains. I avoid sudden braking. I avoid sudden braking.
J'évite les freinages brusques.
I avoid sudden braking. I avoid sudden braking. I check for low bridges. I check for low bridges.
Je fais attention aux ponts bas.
I check for low bridges. I check for low bridges. I plan fuel stops. I plan fuel stops.
Je planifie mes arrêts pour le carburant.
I plan fuel stops. I plan fuel stops. I use a truck GPS. I use a truck GPS.
J'utilise un GPS pour poids lourds.
I use a truck GPS. I use a truck GPS. I also read road signs. I also read road signs.
Je lis aussi les panneaux de signalisation.
I also read road signs. I also read road signs. I stop at way stations. I stop at way stations.
Je m'arrête au poste de pesée.
I stop at way stations. I stop at way stations. I scale my load at cat scale. I scale my load at cat scale.
Je pèse mon chargement chez Cat Scale.
I scale my load at cat scale. I scale my load at cat scale. I slide the tandems for weight. I slide the tandems for weight.
Je fais coulisser les tandems pour répartir le poids.
I slide the tandems for weight. I slide the tandems for weight. I keep my axle weights legal. I keep my axle weights legal.
Je maintiens mes charges par essieu conformes à la réglementation.
I keep my axle weights legal. I keep my axle weights legal. I pay tolls with Easy Pass. I pay tolls with Easy Pass.
Je paye les péages avec EZ Pass.
I pay tolls with Easy Pass. I pay tolls with Easy Pass. I use pre-pass for way stations. I use pre-pass for way stations.
J'utilise Pré-Pass pour les postes de pesée.
I use pre-pass for way stations. I use pre-pass for way stations. I watch for construction zones. I watch for construction zones.
Je fais attention aux zones de travaux.
I watch for construction zones. I watch for construction zones. I rest at truck stops. I rest at truck stops.
Je me repose dans les relais routiers.
I rest at truck stops. I rest at truck stops. I take showers on the road. I take showers on the road.
Je prends des douches sur la route.
I take showers on the road. I take showers on the road. I do laundry when I can. I do laundry when I can.
Je fais la lessive quand je peux.
I do laundry when I can. I do laundry when I can. I eat simple meals in the truck. I eat simple meals in the truck.
Je mange des repas simples dans le camion.
I eat simple meals in the truck. I eat simple meals in the truck. I drink water to stay alert. I drink water to stay alert.
Je bois de l'eau pour rester vigilant.
I drink water to stay alert. I drink water to stay alert. I avoid heavy meals before driving. I avoid heavy meals before driving.
J'évite les repas lourds avant de conduire.
I avoid heavy meals before driving. I avoid heavy meals before driving. I stretch during breaks. I stretch during breaks.
Je m'étire pendant les pauses.
I stretch during breaks. I stretch during breaks. I sleep in the sleeper berth. I sleep in the sleeper berth.
Je dors dans la couchette.
I sleep in the sleeper berth. I sleep in the sleeper berth. I close the curtains at night. I close the curtains at night.
Je ferme les rideaux la nuit.
I close the curtains at night. I close the curtains at night. I set an alarm for morning. I set an alarm for morning.
Je mets un réveil pour le matin.
I set an alarm for morning. I set an alarm for morning. I do a post-trip inspection. I do a post-trip inspection.
Je fais une inspection après le trajet.
I do a post-trip inspection. I do a post-trip inspection. I report any damage. I report any damage.
Je signale tout dommage.
I report any damage. I report any damage. I schedule maintenance on time. I schedule maintenance on time.
Je planifie l'entretien en temps voulu.
I schedule maintenance on time. I schedule maintenance on time. I change oil as required. I change oil as required.
Je change l'huile selon les préconisations.
I change oil as required. I change oil as required. I replace air filters as needed. I replace air filters as needed.
Je remplace les filtres à air si nécessaire.
I replace air filters as needed. I replace air filters as needed. I check coolant and belts. I check coolant and belts.
Je vérifie le liquide de refroidissement et les courroies.
I check coolant and belts. I check coolant and belts. I inspect hoses for leaks. I inspect hoses for leaks.
J'inspecte les durites pour déceler des fuites.
I inspect hoses for leaks. I inspect hoses for leaks. I watch tire pressure daily. I watch tire pressure daily.
Je surveille la pression des pneus chaque jour.
I watch tire pressure daily. I watch tire pressure daily. I check brake pads regularly. I check brake pads regularly.
Je contrôle régulièrement les plaquettes de frein.
I check brake pads regularly. I check brake pads regularly. I test the air brake system. I test the air brake system.
Je teste le système de freinage pneumatique.
I test the air brake system. I test the air brake system. I check the fifth wheel lock. I check the fifth wheel lock.
Je vérifie le verrouillage de la sellette.
I check the fifth wheel lock. I check the fifth wheel lock. I raise and lower landing gear. I raise and lower landing gear.
Je monte et descends les béquilles.
I raise and lower landing gear. I raise and lower landing gear. I check the kingpin for wear. I check the kingpin for wear.
Je vérifie l'usure du pivot d'attelage.
I check the kingpin for wear. I check the kingpin for wear. I keep straps and tarps ready. I keep straps and tarps ready.
Je garde sangles et bâches prêtes à l'emploi.
I keep straps and tarps ready. I keep straps and tarps ready. I secure flatbed loads tightly. I secure flatbed loads tightly.
J'arrime fermement les chargements sur plateau.
I secure flatbed loads tightly. I secure flatbed loads tightly. I check reefer temperature. I check reefer temperature.
Je vérifie la température de la remorque frigorifique.
I check reefer temperature. I check reefer temperature. I haul dry van most days. I haul dry van most days.
Je transporte surtout en fourgon sec la plupart des jours.
I haul dry van most days. I haul dry van most days. I pull a tanker sometimes. I pull a tanker sometimes.
Je tracte une citerne parfois.
I pull a tanker sometimes. I pull a tanker sometimes. I have a hazmat endorsement. I have a hazmat endorsement.
J'ai l'habilitation matière dangereuse.
I have a hazmat endorsement. I have a hazmat endorsement. I carry my medical card. I carry my medical card.
J'ai ma carte médicale sur moi.
I carry my medical card. I carry my medical card. I keep permits in the truck. I keep permits in the truck.
Je garde les permis et autorisations dans le camion.
I keep permits in the truck. I keep permits in the truck. I follow company policy. I follow company policy.
Je respecte la politique de l'entreprise.
I follow company policy. I follow company policy. I wear a safety vest on docks. I wear a safety vest on docks.
Je porte un gilet de sécurité sur les quais.
I wear a safety vest on docks. I wear a safety vest on docks. I use gloves when loading. I use gloves when loading.
J'utilise des gants lors du chargement.
I use gloves when loading. I use gloves when loading. I keep a hard hat in the cab. I keep a hard hat in the cab.
Je garde un casque de sécurité dans la cabine.
I keep a hard hat in the cab. I keep a hard hat in the cab. I carry safety triangles. I carry safety triangles.
Je transporte des triangles de sécurité.
I carry safety triangles. I carry safety triangles. I carry a fire extinguisher. I carry a fire extinguisher.
J'emporte un extincteur.
I carry a fire extinguisher. I carry a fire extinguisher. I carry a first aid kit. I carry a first aid kit.
J'emporte une trousse de premiers secours.
I carry a first aid kit. I carry a first aid kit. I keep a flashlight handy. I keep a flashlight handy.
Je garde une lampe de poche à portée de main.
I keep a flashlight handy. I keep a flashlight handy. I keep extra fuses and bulbs. I keep extra fuses and bulbs.
Je garde des fusibles et des ampoules de rechange.
I keep extra fuses and bulbs. I keep extra fuses and bulbs. I use a hands-free headset. I use a hands-free headset.
J'utilise un kit main libre.
I use a hands-free headset. I use a hands-free headset. I do not text while driving. I do not text while driving.
Je n'envoie pas de texto en conduisant.
I do not text while driving. I do not text while driving. I use a CB radio sometimes. I use a CB radio sometimes.
J'utilise parfois une CB.
I use a CB radio sometimes. I use a CB radio sometimes. I check messages at stops. I check messages at stops.
Je consulte mes messages lors des arrêts.
I check messages at stops. I check messages at stops. I send updates to customers. I send updates to customers.
J'envoie des mises à jour aux clients.
I send updates to customers. I send updates to customers.
Merci de votre visionnage. Abonnez-vous à notre chaîne et activez les notifications pour recevoir nos nouvelles vidéos et poursuivre votre voyage d'apprentissage de l'anglais.